Just tell me right now, where are you striking and why? Of course, the situation at the airport in particular and on the ground is unclear. So help us understand what's happening at the moment.
Thank you. Good morning. Indeed, we have begun our strike at 6 a.m. this morning across private and public sectors. I would say at this stage, we are currently seeing from Beersheba in the south up to Haifa in the north, impact in both in municipalities or in the port of Haifa, in of course, Ben Gurion Airport. We're seeing other public transport also affected currently. And it basically crosses, as the name would imply, a general strike, the economy in a general, full-encompassing perspective. Now, what we are concerned about is, I would say, two core things. First of all, clearly the impact of the war on the economy of Israel is devastating. We are worried for the jobs of the workers and obviously where the government is leading us. And secondly, as Dan rightly pointed out at the opening, when we saw the images and the reports yesterday of 6 hostages that up until a few days ago were alive and were executed by Hamas, we have serious concerns about what is dictating the negotiations. We have a very clear perspective that people need to come first. That is what we do in our union work, and that's what we expect from the government to do in bringing home the hostages. The hostages need to come home, and they need to come home now.
Peter, of course, we're monitoring the economic impact of all of this and the disruption that this is causing on the ground in Israel. How do you respond to critics who say this strike is going to harm the economy and it lacks a legal foundation?
I would say 11 months of us sitting on the sidelines, giving the government all of the room to operate, giving actually faith in the government. It's not easy to declare a general strike in the midst of a war, but obviously, the legal foundations are there. It will be battled out today during in the next couple of hours in the court process. That's what we will be facing. We believe we have a strong case. We also believe that the government needs to get the hostages home. They need to do everything to bring those that are alive, to create a deal that will create a ceasefire that will bring the hostages home. That needs to be priority number one. The hostages and their situation is immediately impacting our economy. It is impacting how the cost of living here, the credit that Israel is getting, and this is from our perspective. It's gone on for too long, and that's why we are striking today. Hopefully, the government will listen. We expect them to listen. The fact that they're taking us to court means we've got their attention, rightly so, and we need to. This can go either way. The government can decide to come forward to negotiate in good faith with, in order to bring home the hostages, and we can try and get on a situation where we can get back to normal. The reality is one where Israeli the hostages being held by Hamas, they need to be priority number one. Those that are alive need to be brought back. They've gone through 11 months, almost 11 months of this. It needs to be put to an end.